Hi, my name is Mike Saijo, Creative Director of the local group. We are here at the Oddfellow Hall in East LA, Lincoln Heights, and we're an artist. The local group is an artist collective which is working together on socially based art projects and involving technology and communications. And I'd like to show you around the building.
Okay, let's go.
Join me, Larry. So we're in Lincoln Heights, and Lincoln Heights is a very unique place where we have a mixture of a diverse range of ethnic groups here. Latino, Chinese, Vietnamese, El Salvadorian, quite a bit. This is where the Artists Collective works, where we have computer labs set up for people to work on graphic design, motion graphics, some programming, back-end, web stuff.
What's the name of your group again?
The local group.
Okay.
Yes.
And do you have some of your work here?
Sure. It's right over here. This is a presentation, miniature version of what's hanging at the USC Institute for Genetic Medicine Art Gallery. And this piece here was awarded by the, I think the Getty Foundation for the, what was that called? Pacific Standard Time event that just took place. And here we have 25 different artists creating work of different mediums on...
Is each piece a different artist?
Well, each artist did a few different pieces. So as you can see, there's a certain pattern, a certain series that certain artists have done that are very kind of similar to each other. And we had instructors as well as students participate in this. And so this is an ongoing collaboration project which is intended to grow and travel using this hexagon support systems. And it's a way of representing the this social DNA concept, which draws in a wide range of different types of art and different ways in which one can view the world and reflect on who we are as at the basis of our makeup, which is the DNA, the building blocks of life. And so this is artwork that's taking the form of a biological model, which I was interested in exploring. This is a Robert Rauschenberg snowflake series, which inspired the hexagon pieces by the shape. And what Robert Rauschenberg did here was he collaged 1, 2, 3, 4 different images onto a single shape based off of a actual pattern of a snowflake, and was embossed into the paper. And so this concept, this print here, was the inspiration for the soft machine you saw earlier. This here is another extension of the work, which also is a hexagon shape, and it's a concept book that I'm working on right now for the Lincoln Heights Emergency Preparedness Information Kit or Committee, EPIC. And here I've developed building blocks of elements that we need for a sustainable system. And so here we have events, shelter, energy, media, water, and food.
Okay, I'll follow you. Mike, what do you have there?
Well, this is a component of the social DNA installation that's over at the USC Institute for Genetic Medicine Art Gallery. And on the ceiling, I've created a DNA model with images representing different grassroots organizations on the different elements of the DNA that you would see in the next clip. But what we have here is a full moon representing the ovarian cycles, which you see a bicycle wheel, because they go, it's a all-girls bike club based in Boyle Heights or in Los Angeles, and they go riding at a full moon for a bike ride. And so this is a piece that represents that. And what we did was, this is actually batik wax, a 200-year-old process that's used to dye kimonos. And I worked in, this is a collaboration piece with Hayashi Sensei, who is a master textile artist. And it's really interesting to be able to learn from other masters that have learned these traditional old archaic techniques, and keeping those practices alive.
So you were just talking with Mike inside the Broadway building, and I'm Forrest Hawes, a member of the local group project, and I'd like to give a little bit of the history and the context of this building and why it's important, especially in Los Angeles. Right behind me here, on the corner of Broadway and Workman in the historic Lincoln Heights neighborhood, which is in northeast Los Angeles, about 2.5 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. This is the oldest neighborhood in Los Angeles, although some people argue Boyle Heights, Lincoln Heights, but this area basically was the first major neighborhood. And today, it's a little bit forgotten by the rest of Los Angeles, and that has certain features that appeal to what the project we're doing here. This building here was built in 1911. It was the first major structure on this side of the river. As you can see, it's a 3-story, somewhat industrial colored building, but inside it has, many wonderful features, including a big ballroom. But this building is important historically for a couple of big reasons. First of all, it was built by a society, a civic society called the Odd Fellows. Many people think the Odd Fellows are one of those groups that might wear funny hats or whatever, but actually the Odd Fellows were a very important feature in American history. They were part of what was called civic fraternal organizations. And at the turn of the last century, civic fraternal organizations like the Odd Fellows were deeply involved in basically creating community. And they did that by building halls like this one. And from 1912 until roughly the early 1980s, this building was the center of dances and classes and events of all kinds, kind of shepherded by the Odd Fellows' mission of friendship, love, and trust for civic community. Today, this building is one of those many American buildings that are in significant areas of cities that are sort of off the map, as it were, in terms of urban development. And what's one of the problems that we have in Los Angeles is that significant urban properties like this that could serve as the hub of a community's life and vitality often end up in what I think of as cracks in the real estate market, especially in the troubles, the recession of the last 4 years. So this building here, there's a group of artists and other types of creative people. I'm one of those people. I'm an artist and anthropologist. I study urban anthropology, and recently at University of Washington. And I've become very involved in this project because I see that it is possible to anchor the revitalization of a community from inside of the community itself. And this building is serving as one of the major anchors, again, for that process. So in here we have artists, we have education, we have local events like the quinceañeras, and what's happening is that we're building a new community center for the 21st century. So we're here now inside the building in this wonderful entry hallway, and down here at the bottom I just wanted to point out the letters IOOF, and that stands for International Order of Odd Fellows. Kind of a nice mosaic of that community effort. Here in Los Angeles, as well as many American cities, artists and developers often work in an uneasy truce at best. Artists often move into neighborhoods that are considered to be less developed or depressed, or other terms people use, and often inhabit buildings, sometimes with the cooperation of the landowner, sometimes not. In this case, the landowner has asked a group of artists to come in and kind of anchor the revitalization of this building. But we have a larger understanding of what's possible here. And I wanted to say that in Lincoln Heights, this is a community that I've learned has resisted the process we often call gentrification, which is a long word to say, and often people don't really look at it very closely. But artists in LA are one of the key tools of those who would gentrify, as we might put it, or upgrade the appearance, the behavior, the composition of a neighborhood. What we're doing here is a kind of, you might say, a different path. Well, we don't intend for this building to be like the anchor of a sort of new upscale Lincoln Heights, a new Silver Lake or whatever. Instead, we intend this building to be the focus and the hub of a process by which many different stakeholders from the Lincoln Heights community and from the larger region can go ahead and create events, different types of educational processes, art, and classes. We're deeply involved with the high school and with the Los Angeles Unified Adult School just around the corner. And our objective here is to, again, inspired by this amazing building, to create a process by which the people in this community can find each other and create, that sense of what Ivan Illich famously called 1970s conviviality. And conviviality is that aspect of living in a community in which people feel and express and understand that a community is more than what you do. A community is who you're related to. A community expresses the best in people. And that has always been the mission of this building. It's expressed in the letters FLT, which are the mission of the Odd Fellows 100 years ago: friendship, love, and trust. And it's expressed in the attitude and the approach that people in this building are taking. Whether it's the photographers who are moving in, or the video people, or the technologists and the augmented reality artists on the third floor, everyone here that's here now has an approach to providing for their own living, but also giving back to the community by teaching classes, providing equipment, providing a place for people to essentially find that spark of the creative. We believe that there is an artist in everyone, and that's one of the missions of this building.
Hi, my name's Wes, and I'm with Occupy Venice, and I'm now standing at the Odd Fellows building with Forrest, and I met him recently through Occupy Wall Street, and Forrest told me about this place and I wanted to come check it out, and I've been coming pretty much every day since, which has only been 4 days, but I feel like I've already known these guys for my entire life. And I'm just trying to figure out how I can plug in here and help out. I think there's a lot I can bring, and these are my brothers that I've been looking for my whole life, and here we are now.